Welcome to a Concealed Intent developer playthrough. I'm Charles, the one and only developer on Concealed Intent, and this is just me showing off the current state of the game. It's also on Steam Greenlight at the moment, so please consider voting for it. Alright, so what we're going to show today is a skirmish, something quick. There's also a single player campaign and online mode, but I'm just going to show a basic skirmish, so a player versus computer deathmatch. I'm going to stick with the default Corvette, and I'm going to let the enemy also stick with the default Corvette. But just to make it a bit unbalanced and easier for me, I'm going to give myself an extra drone. So there, I'll have 3 drones and they'll have 2. You can see there's quite a few components to customize your ship with. Got ideas for a few more as well, but we'll just use the basic set for now. And I'm also going to make my ship yellow, because I like yellow. Okay, one-on-one, and I've also boosted the sensors for the purposes of this demo, so it'll make hopefully everything go a little bit quicker and the enemy a bit more aggressive. Oh, and we just need to turn that music off so you can hear me. Okay, there we go. Alright, the first thing to realize is that Concealed Intent is a completely 3D game. You can display a grid on the screen, but it's really just as a guideline to help you find where things are. As you can see, this planet and its moon are currently below the plane of the grid, and there's no problem with flying up or below the plane of the grid. You can go anywhere you want. You can also got the standard camera control, zoom in, zoom out, rotate around, pan in all 3 axes. Okay, so the other thing to know is that Concealed Intent is a turn-based game. So we're going to give our ships plans and then click action, and those plans will be performed at the same time as your opponents. So what we're going to do is look for the enemy by launching our drones and then trying to detect them. And the more ships you have around, the better chance you have of detecting them, because not only because they're at different points in space, but also because you get a bit of a bonus for essentially being able to triangulate with more than one ship. So what we're going to do is move these ships out and turn on their sensors. Sensors are always on in passive mode, but you can make them better and more powerful by activating them. However, that's at the expense of being more noisy and thus easier to detect. If you see the noise down here, if I turn them on and off, you can see it goes up and down quite a bit. Actually, if you see there, noise is, of the sensors is 15, so it's almost half the noise of what is now a moderately noisy ship. You can think of noise as the amount of signature a ship is giving off to other ships in the area. Now, how easy it is to detect. Anything you do will make your ship easier to detect, apart from countermeasures, which make you harder to detect. So shooting, moving, launching, all that gives information out for other people to detect you, and they'll get better detection and thus have a better shot at shooting at you. I'll probably rename noise to signature in the next version. Okay, so there we go. 3 drones launched, moving out, and active sensors. Let's see if we can find... Nope, we can't. Alright. Let's try again, move them out. You can also, at the moment, it's by default, it shows all your ship's plans. If you want, you can only just show one ship. There you go. You can also go into map mode to see what's around you. At the moment, I know there's nothing there because there's nothing down in the focus buttons. So let's, oh, there we go, there they are. Where are they? They must be a long way away. The positioning is just random in skirmish mode. Right, so there they are, down there. So, yeah, and we can just, there we go. So 2 unknown. You can actually also replay the turn to see what direction they're moving, information about them. Alright, so we can see they're moving this way. So they're trying to circle around us this way. The other thing to notice at the moment is they're just red spheres. They're a long way away. That's because we don't know nothing about them. We don't know if it's a ship, we don't know if it's a drone. As time goes on, we'll learn more about it, and more information will be displayed. And you'll get a better chance of hitting them. At the moment, it's probably quite low. Yeah, 9%, so quite low. Probably not worth a shot, especially at that range. As well as a ship getting more information about a ship over time, it's also possible for your information about a ship to go down. It's quite possible for a ship to just disappear, to lose the contact, because it's hiding behind a planet, or it's too far away, or it's being very quiet, or if it's using countermeasures to help it hide. So what we're going to do is we're going to move over. This is just going to be essentially a full frontal assault. Not very subtle. When there's more ships out and more drones out, various other tactics can apply as you try to break ships into isolate ships, and also use your drones as essentially almost like an ablative shield for your ship. But here I outnumber them. Oh, there's another one. You saw just another one just appeared there. And we know that this one is a drone. And we know this wasn't a drone. So drone, drone. So that one's probably the ship. And what we can do is just move across and replay, and we can see. There we go. And now we know they're drones, and drone icons appear. I mean, we saw it use sensors, so we know that it's got those sensors. Okay, so what's our chance? 32%. Shall we go? That's the ship, so let's go towards that one. This drone that's off the top, we'll just ignore that. And we know it's going in this direction, so we'll move to head it off a bit. We won't shoot yet because the chances of hitting it are still quite low. Oh, it's out of range for that one as well. So we won't cause the noise to occur. We'll just get a bit closer and then make a big strike. Alright, so they're shooting at us, which has given us much better lock. So now, whereas before they were unknown, and then they were essentially we just knew it was a drone, now we know even down to quite a bit more information about it, and we've got quite a good bit of lock on these ships. So, and we can we're going to hit with 75% 4 damage. So let's give that a go, because that's a good chance of hitting. 41% on the ship, yeah, why not? Is this it? Is this the 7? Is this over? Move this over. Alright, let's see how it's going. Ooh, lost one of my drones, but I got one of theirs as well. Let's take a look at that again. Now we've got very good lock. Those, as I said, I updated the sensors at the start of the mission before I turned on recording, just to make it so that the game went quicker. So more explosions, looks better when recording. Okay, there we go. And let's just no, we don't want to do that. We'll just do that. So put some countermeasures on, so it will be a bit harder to detect. So let's see how this goes. Alright, soon over. Soon over. You see there, Corvette is only down to 2, so that's it. And I've got a 100% chance. Yes, maybe I put the sensor power up a bit too much. Okay, so one more and that should be it. Yep, so that's basically how concealed intent works at the moment. It was just to give you a quick idea of how it plays and what it looks like. I really hope you liked what you saw. If you did, please feel free to vote for it on Steam Greenlight. And I'm going to be keeping working on it. Thank you. Bye.